Gym at International School Manila with IS Manila up 31-21 on Bangkok. We got Miel, number 10 for Bangkok, passing to Liesel, or for Manila, passing to Liesel. Liesel back to Miel, number 10. She dribble penetrates the lane, shots off, tipped, and ends up in number 2, Allison's hands for the Panthers. Allison brings the ball up into the Bangkok half of the court, and she'll start the offense from the top of the key. She passes right to 19, cross-court pass to 27. Back to the corner, open look for Allison from 3, rims out. Allison gets her own rebound, bounce pass. Oh, bounce pass to 20, who misses a gimme.
Yeah,
that could have got Bangkok down by 8. Unfortunately, she misses. And in the exchange, Manila quickly turns the ball over. And Bangkok's going to take the ball out with another chance to cut the lead at the 7:17 mark. Down to 8 or 7 with a 3. This is Ashley, 27 for Bangkok. She brings the ball up, passes right to 19. 19 finds Ashley in the corner, who dumps it down into the post. Bounce pass to Allison. Allison hits free throw line to 32, who misses short on the jump shot. Rebound Agnes, who after that injury worry is looking fit as a fiddle here in the second half. And whoa, looks in fact uncannily strong with that right-handed finish in the lane that's contested. 33-21 IS Manila as 27 brings up the ball for Bangkok.
Very different environment to earlier. Right now we're post-school, and so the crowd has drastically changed. The sound within the auditorium has changed as well. Very different situation.
It has. We got a 3-on-2 for Manila coming this way. And Eva penetrates, draws the foul, and it looks like she's going to shoot 2. The ref deemed it's a block and a shooting foul. So Eva will take the line, hoping to extend Manila's lead to 10 with 2 made free throws. She's got the ball. A really fundamentally sound shooter. Everything's right with that shot.
Yeah, she's a netball player.
Yeah,
the shot originally comes from netball, as far as I understand it.
Well, she makes the first one and the second. Automatic. Sharp-looking shooter, that kid. 14-point lead for Manila. As Bangkok passes left baseline, Ashley gets an open look. Ooh, her 3 just misses. And Eva rebounds. She looks ahead like she wants to push the ball forward with a pass, but she takes it to their half of the court with a dribble. She loses the handle, and that's going to go back to Bangkok. So this is one of those moments again, Mr. Thibodeau. 14 down. Bangkok probably want to have some fruitful possessions here where they get something out of it, right? And they can just maintain that contact. Allison handles out front. She dribbles left, looks inside, gets the ball to the free throw line. 20 pivots. Ooh. Has for a moment an open teammate, but her pass would have more befitted, I feel, a person of George Mikan's stature. Eva dribbles into their Manila half of the court. She hands to Miel. Miel handles the ball left. She surveys the court, passes back to Eva, who holds the ball. She's looking for Tara on the cut. And she was open for a second, but we got a quick defensive recovery from 19. She knocks the ball out of bounds. Manila inbounds. Tara to Eva to Liesel. Liesel gets an open look. Ball off the back heel. Allison and Eva fight for the rebound. They both hit the deck. Miel collects the rebound. She shoots from 18. She misses. And number 19 for Bangkok rebounds, takes it into their half of the court, and an errant pass ends up in the arms of Liesel. Ball turned over. Manila bring it back the other way. And Manila, cleverly, they're just going to slow it down here, work through their offense. They find Eva in the post. Eva dribbles one time right off the backboard. Shots no good. Allison rebounds, and she's going to walk it the other way for Bangkok. 21-35 at the 4:55 mark here in the third quarter. Long jump shot from Ashley. That goes off the back heel. Rebound right to Miel. Miel's going to left dribble up the court. Oh, nice look-ahead pass to Ashley. She just lobs it over the hands of the outstretched defender.
Yeah,
and
the Miel to Eva connection again is kind of what we're seeing to facilitate that Bearcat offense, and it's transition offense.
Yep, and a bobbled pass from Allison has got Liesel breaking the other way. She smartly decides not to go 1-on-3 and kicks it back into Miel. Miel skip pass to Tara. Tara sees the open jumper. She takes it at rims out. Another fight for the rebound. I think that's going to stay with Manila off at number 2, Allison for the Panthers.
Tricky one. No video replay in the in IASAS yet. How far are we away from that? Hopefully pretty far.
I really hope far. We would have to figure out how to cover more dead air time with our inane banter, and nobody wants that. Timeout by Coach Rich Harden. He's up 16, probably feeling pretty good about things right now and giving his team some instructions. Bangkok, like we've often talked about, has got to consider how they got to change their approach perhaps a little bit to stay within reach and not let this game get out of control for them and just fall too far behind. Oh, a quick word from our sponsors. The third quarter is brought to you by Quaker State.
They must be paying much.
Oh
for
man,
this
let me tell you,
airtime.
I'm so in their pocket, it's crazy. But I do,
You're getting personal
I
back.
do love a good motor oil. Let me tell you, I'm an aficionado. There's sommeliers for wine, and then there's me for motor oil. And the scorekeeper rings the horn and brings our timeout banter to a merciful end, as Bangkok are going to give it one cheer, break the huddle, and come out and try to chip into this ISM lead, down 16 at the 4:14 mark, the third quarter. Bearcats break their huddle, and goodness knows what Coach Rich is saying to them. He's got roughly his starting 5 minus Agnes on the floor right now. We see Brianna, number 25, back in the game. This is the first time we've seen her in a while. And Tara's going to inbound baseline for the Bearcats. She holds, inbounds to her left, to Miel. Miel finds Liesel, foul line extended for a jump shot that comes up short. And Ashley, number 27, rebounds and is quickly up the court. She takes that at the hoop. It's contested. She just misses. Eva rebounds, hit ahead pass to Liesel. Liesel chooses to pull up from the elbow. That rims out. 6 rebounds for Bangkok. And Allison now is going to slow this thing down, walk the ball up the court, and start the Bangkok offense. Coach Harden's keeping his team in a loose man-to-man and has done for most of the game, Zach. And the kids have responded well. They got in the passing lanes just like Liesel there. Liesel gets her shot blocked on the one-on-one break, but the referee's going to say there's a bit of contact there from 27 Ashley, who, with a nice little bit of sports personship there, make sure Liesel's okay before she shoots her free throws. As the refs deemed this as a 2-shot foul, Liesel's going to let the first one go. It's up, and it's good. 38-21 Manila at the 3:37 mark, and Liesel with one more free throw with a chance to make it 39.
She is the jump shooter, so you can watch that stroke. It's a good one. It tends to be Liesel's weapon of choice in an offensive set. She likes that jump shot.
Yeah, Coach Harden seems to give her the green light. Like when she's open, she's not shy about putting the ball up there, and Coach Harden seems to like that option for their offense. Allison, 2, dribbles left, dishes left. We get a penetration from Ashley. Good drive to the hoop, and a layup bounces in, 23-38 Manila. As Eva brings the ball into the Bearcat half of the court. She dribbles left, picks up her dribble, pivots, finds Miel on the post. A near steal by Ashley. She gambles and gets burned a little bit on that one as Miel pivots, dribbles once and lays it in for the Bearcats' 40th points of the night. Ashley, once again, she went looking for a bit of contact there, and there was some. Ref says no, call play on, as she misses the layup, and she's favoring her right leg a little bit as she comes into the near court. We get a bucket in the quick transition from Manila, and now with a 19-point lead, Bangkok's got to find answers soonish, lest this game get a bit too far out of reach for them. Ashley fakes to look at the 3, passes to 6, whose 3 rims out. Boarded by 20 for Bangkok, skip pass out top to Ashley. That ball gets tipped by Liesel. That was tipped, so 6 didn't need to save that ball. Allison dives on the floor to get it, dishes to Ashley. Ashley bounce pass to 20. 20, she passes it back out to the top of the key. That ball gets almost stolen by Manila, and it looks like Tara White dives after that ball. Great hustle. She's up, she's all right. And Bangkok's going to retain possession.
Only 6 seconds on the shot clock, though. So you see that shot clock when we get an offensive rebound, it resets only to 14 as opposed to 24. So again, forcing that action. We want to see offense, I guess, these days.
Ooh. And they get a quick shot, does Bangkok, and a good shot. An open look for Ashley for 3. that hits off the back heel. Long rebound goes to Manila. And reaching in for the ball is 32 on Bangkok. It's going to be her first foul of the game. Manila's going to inbound. Miel is going to walk the ball up the court for Bangkok, and they're slow into their offensive set, not looking to rush anything with their 19-point lead. Miel dribbles right. She passes to Liesel, top of the key. Liesel dribbles once, lets loose a jump shot that gets tipped, and tipped right into the hands of number 6 for Bangkok. 6-2 and 2. Allison brings the ball up the court. She dribbles left behind the back, spins into the lane, 2 steps. Ball hangs on the rim, bounces out. She'll shoot 2.
Showcasing some ball handling ability there, though.
Yeah, it was solid, and she did get into the lane on the dribble penetration. And you wonder if old Bangkok's coach might not be encouraging her guards to do that a little bit more. The few times they've penetrated and got to the hoop tends to be that good things happen for them. Allison misses the first free throw. She'll get one more at the 141 mark of the third quarter.
Were you a dribbler? Were you a shooter? What kind of skills did you bring to the game?
You know what? I was so good at bringing a bottle of water to the starting point guard. I could get it there so quick. I had
your speed.
I had all these routes to the water fountain mapped out so I could get there in a hurry. I was quite strong that way, and I was a superb whiteboard eraser for my coach. Those were my strengths.
Well, it sounds like you did bring some things then.
Let me tell you, I was involved in those games as Bangkok. That was 20 for Bangkok, I believe, on the 4-foot jump shot to cut into Manila's lead. Cut that down to 17 at 25-42 at the 123 mark of the third quarter. We got Miel handling out to the left. She looks at the court. She tosses to Liesel. Liesel lets go from 3. That irons out. Bangkok with the board. Allison's going to dribble right. She passes to Ashley. Ashley shoots the 3 that's going to hit off the front of the iron. Allison tries to save. My goodness. Oh, and a nice steal by Liesel there. She's going to dribble and finish the contested layup.
And that's Liesel Edelman. And if you're hearing the Edelman name a few times today, it's because they've got brother-sister combo. We got a Henry Edelman on the Bearcat squad. Oh, I'll let you take this one away. That was an interesting shot.
That was a bank 3. I thought I heard her call bank on that one. Long jump shot from Allison there.
3:35 in the Philippines. I think the banks are just about closing, so maybe no longer.
Liesel's entry pass gets tipped back to her. 11 on the shot clock as Tara handles out right. She dribbles once. Contested jump shot. Rims out. 6 rebounds for Bangkok as Allison hits ahead, and it's off of number 20's fingertips. Manila ball with 7.9 seconds left in the third quarter. 44 Manila, 28
see what kind of offensive
Bangkok.
Set they draw up here.
We got Miel handling the ball. 5, 4, 3. I'm not sure she's aware how much time is left. She wasn't. Now she tosses up a shot, contested and blocked. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter with the host ISM Bearcats ahead 44-28 on their rivals from Bangkok, the Panthers, as we break now in front of the fourth quarter. And I'll just wet my whistle with some coffee from the Bearcat Cafe, Mr. Thibodeau. And I'm not sure if you've been down by the Bearcat Cafe, but they make a mean cup of Joe down there.
You see me there just about every day. So
perhaps once or twice.
And Mr. Callahan, how do you take your coffee? That's quite important.
Often. I dare say I enjoy several cups of their fine coffee each day at the Bearcat Cafe. And talking of the Bearcat Cafe, Mr. Thibodeau, that reminds me, the sponsor for the fourth quarter today is the Bearcat Cafe.
Not Motor Oil.
Not Motor Oil, but the Bearcat Cafe. They get some of our love, too.
We're lucky their coffee doesn't taste like Motor Oil.
We got the horn sounding to end the break in front of our fourth quarter with the ISM Bearcats ahead of the Bangkok Panthers 44-28 as both of the teams get ready to break their huddles and hit the court for 8 more minutes of basketball before
16-point game. It's not insurmountable in basketball. It's not insurmountable in 8 minutes, but it is a hefty deficit. Let's see if they can get some. They definitely need some early offense, some early and often offense.
Indeed, they do. And as you say, this isn't out of the question. It's a big ask of these Panthers. We'll get a sense real soon, I imagine, if they're up for it. Let's see. Is Manila inbounds on the far side of the court? As the referee is working out an issue with our scorers table, and we look to be all ready to go. This is Liesel. She inbounds to Eve on the right-hand side. She holds, dribbles, surveys the court. She throws a one-handed pass to Liesel on the baseline for an open-look jump shot that rims out. Rebound for number 6, Bangkok. She gets control, passes to 2, who brings up the middle of the court. Pass left. We get Ashley with a long jumper that goes off the front of the rim. It bounces around, and Tara White comes up with it. Tara, she couldn't quite control that basketball. It gets away from her, and it's back to Bangkok, who have an opportunity to break. They're going to slow things down. Ashley dribbles on the left. She shoots middle, but the pass is taken away by Eva. Eva to Liesel. Liesel, a contested layup that misses, and the rebound is fought over, and it's going to go to Bangkok after a foul. That's going to be a foul on Manila.
Loose ball foul on Liesel, I think.
Okay. So Bangkok at the 7:14 mark, 28, ISM 44. 27, Ashley brings up the ball. She passes left to Allison, reverse pivots, looks corner, and finds her shooting guard mate, whose bounce pass gets tipped out of bounds by Manila. Bangkok's going to inbound underneath their own hoop. Number 6 is going to take it for the Panthers. We get cross screens coming from Bangkok. Soft pass is lofted to Ashley. She dribbles once right. Pull-up jumper from about 6 feet. Tough finish under pressure from the guard. And that cuts to 30-44 at the 6:50 mark. Eva walks the ball into the ISM half of the court. She dribbles into the paint. Picks up her dribble. Passes to her right. Liesel ends up with it. It's about an 18-footer that banks out. Two for Bangkok. Collects the rebound. And 6 will bring the ball up. She's going to look for a guard. And, too bad. We get a cutter in behind the defense. 32 is open for a second, but the pass is just a touch high.
It's an excellent idea. That interior pass is there.
And so Eve brings up, passes right to Liesel. Liesel a few dribbles around a Bangkok defender. She goes back out to Tara. Tara fakes the jumper, then takes the jumper. Backboard, rim, and off. Rebound 32 with a bit of a heave ahead to 28, who collects. Passes to number 2, Allison. Allison goes wing to 6. 6 with a long jumper for 3. And it's good. And we got an 11-point lead. And I think Coach Rich Harden wants to talk this over a little bit with his team and maybe just get him to focus in a little bit, as Bangkok's had a decent start to this fourth quarter and has cut into that Manila lead.
It's what we spoke about earlier. They needed that surge, right? They're back in the game, clearly within striking distance now. It's going to be about how they respond to some of the changes that Rich Harden makes here. It's a beautiful shot from 6 there. That's Win Pa Pa. Set feet, hand in the cookie jar. Is that what they taught you back in the day?
Indeed. Follow through with the wrist. Yep. There are those who call it a gooseneck.
My hand was in the cookie jar, but not with a basketball in it.
No. And that was another thing I was fantastic at when in my bench duties, was eating cookies on the bench, Mr. Thibodeau.
After game?
Oh, man.
During the game?
During the game, too. I wasn't seeing too much floor action, so
you didn't have to worry about
I was
an
eating
upset stomach.
cookies and all that stuff on the bench, and yes, became an acute observer of the game. Bangkok's going to break their huddle now at the 5:58 mark, down 11. And starting the first 2 minutes of this fourth quarter real well. Manila inbounds. We got Miel going to bring up the ball off the inbound from Liesel, and Miel walks it into the ISM offensive half. She dribbles right, passes left to Eve. Eve finds Liesel on the baseline. Jumper rims out. The ball gets tipped, and it's tipped by IS Mill out of bounds. Bangkok takes over now with a chance to cut this to single digits, and single digits with only just under 6 minutes left to go. This could get interesting all of a sudden. 6 dribbles left at the top of the key. Skip pass finds Ashley for a 3. That's going to miss. And Miel's going to rebound that ball for ISM. She's looking ahead as she dribbles quickly into their half of the court. She penetrates. Oh, nice find. She penetrates, draws a couple of defenders, and finds Eve for an easy basket. And that was kind of just, I think, what Coach Harden was hoping for.
Beautiful pass there. That was a netball assist, I think.
Ashley dribbles left for ISM and responds seconds later with a driving layup along the baseline. 35 ISB, 46 ISM. It has been this quarter. Eve now dribbles right out top on the three-point arc. Ball gets tipped. Her pass to Miel. And Bangkok now with their second possession in the last 30, 40 seconds to cut this to single digits. Ashley dribbles right behind the basket, step through. And are they going to give her? They are going to give her 2 shots on that. Good aggressive move to the hoop. And she's going to shoot 2. And they are calling that foul on. This is, and that's going to be Eve's. That's going to be Eve's 4th foul.
Massively critical here. So 4th foul of 5, right? They get 5 allowed. So we'll see whether or not. I don't expect Coach Harden to sub her out. I think he has a lot of trust for his sophomore here. So let's see how. I think they're having that conversation right now, actually, about the way that she plays defense.
1 or 2 free throws made for number 2, Allison, for ISM. That gets the lead to 10 at the 4:36 mark. Miel dribbles into the ISM half. She hands off to Liesel. Liesel, long jumper. That's going to miss off the front iron. Bounce out of bounds. And Bangkok, 3rd chance to cut this to single digits. Let's see how they do. Allison's going to bring that ball up. Coach Harden's got his team still in that. They're in a rough, loose man-to-man defense. We got a scramble for the ball over on the far side of the court with Eve and Ashley fighting over it.
And that was some aggressive defense by Eva as well.
Bangkok's going to keep possession, and they'll inbound far side. Ref blows the whistle. 6 inbounds to Ashley out top. She dribbles twice left, dishes to Allison in the corner. Allison dishes top to number 6. That ball gets tipped. 8 on the shot clock. 6 penetrates. Floater, front rim, no. Miel goes the other way for ISM. And there we go. We've seen this movie before, Mr. Thibodeau. Miel just dribbles that ball coast to coast, lays it up for the Bearcats, and their lead is back to 12. Allison now dribbles front court for ISB. She is fouled on her way to the hoop. That's going to be non-shooting.
And who do we have here? Is it 2-2?
This will be interesting to see who the refs give this one to. I'm thinking it's Liesel, number 3, and it is her first. Bangkok now to inbound underneath their basket. 3:49 to go in the 4th. Down 12. Unfortunately, the inbound pass ain't great. Mishandled by Ashley on the right. That goes out for a turnover to the Bearcats, and Eve's going to bring it into the Bearcat half of the court. She looks left, dribble handoff. No. An unconventional post pass to Miel, who dribbles once right, turns, shoots. The ball's off. She grabs her own rebound, passes to Eve. And Eve, with that impeccable jump shot form, hits an 8-foot jumper to extend the ISM lead to 14.
There is no backboard in netball, so you can see she's taking advantage of that swish. You need to do that in netball because you got no backboard.
Errant pass from ISB. Then ISM returned the favor. Ashley out top. She turns to shoot, and that misses it all and goes out of bounds. It's going to be ISM basketball. We got 3:08 to go with the host Bearcats up 50-36 over the guest ISM Panthers. Eve penetrates right, guarded by 27. She hesitates. Reverse layup, no good. A rebound for number 2, Allison, and she jogs the ball into their half of the court. Great bounce pass. 1 dribble, reverse layup, hits the bottom of the rim for Bangkok, and Miel's going to rebound for ISM. Hit ahead pass to Eve. That's pretty basketball. The finish isn't quite there. Ashley, 27 rebounds for Bangkok and brings it into their half of the court. This is sort of up and down stuff, Mr. Thibodeau, as a foul really gets called. Looks like Ashley's going to shoot 2, and they're calling that on 22. That's Eve Lehman, and that's the end of Eve's day. She finishes with a dynamite game for the Bearcats, but her 5 fouls are going to see her exit this game. 2:29 in the fourth quarter, fouled out, unfortunately, in their second game of the day.
But certainly did put them in a good situation before a foul line. So 2:29 left, 13-point game. Again, not insurmountable, but it's going to really take quite a effortful Panther product here to get within reach.
Ashley's second free throw is up and good. She makes both, cuts the lead down to 12 for the Bearcats as Miel dribbles up into the Bearcat half of the court. She heads left, looks right, dribbles, crossover dribble, great penetration. I think the referee is generous, gave her maybe an extra step there. The layup is off the glass and no good, and there is going to be a foul on Miel. And as happened in the second quarter that let Bangkok back into the game a little bit now, they're shooting 2 free throws now the rest of the way with 2:13 left to go. So any fouls by ISM now stop the clock and give the Panthers 2 looks.
ISM has to be intentional with the way they play defense in these next, and the way they offensively rebound in these next 2:13. Anytime you get a lead of 12, you don't want the clock stopped. The clock stopped is the worst possible thing you can do. You want it running, you want it running, you want it running.
Indeed. Ashley's first free throw is off. She'll shoot the second now. She dribbles a few times. Second free throw's on its way, and good. 39-50 with 2:13 left to go. Miel walks the ball, just taking her time now. She dribbles out in front of us to the left, just across half court, and she is just going to dribble and melt this shot clock. And now Coach Harden starts their offense. He's going to be in no rush the rest of the way. She dishes out to Tara White around the three-point line. Tara DeLiesel, she gets an open look, and she's going to take that shot. That rims off, and number 6 rebounds. Allison quickly with the hit-ahead pass. That's a great look to 28. 28 unable to finish. She gets her own rebound. And second chance, she finishes it up. Cutting the lead to that single-digit mark. We only wonder now with about just under 2 minutes left to go if that's going to leave Bangkok with enough time. But we got a 9-point game. Coach Rich Harden wants a timeout.
Yeah, so let's talk coaching strategy here, right? So as a coach, what we want to tell our players with the 9-point lead is that the clock is your friend. You want the clock running. The clock is your friend. You want to utilize as much time as possible. So that's why you see Miel sit at the top of that half-court line for, run the deep into the shot clock in order to take some time off. The good possessions are ones with good shots. Take a good shot if you have it, but certainly ones where you run the clock down to 5, 4, 3 seconds left. And Bangkok's really going to take the opposite approach. They're going to try to push push their offensive tempo, not just because of the time, but also because of the foul situation, right? If they can get to the line, stop the clock. Again, scoring when the clock is dead is probably the best thing the Panthers can do right at this point.
Yeah, I gotta think Coach Harden is probably emphasizing that to his players, that they really don't want to stop the clock. They don't want to foul. They just want to make Bangkok work these last minute 40 seconds. Take as much time off the clock as possible. The teams break their huddles. And Manila is going to inbound under their own basket here. And it'll be interesting to see if Bangkok chooses to bring any sort of pressure. They're not. They're sat back. That surprises me a touch bit. And Miel's going to take her time walking the ball up the court. She's going to do exactly what she did last time. She's going to dribble just over half court. I imagine the screen's going to come this time from Brianna. Yep. Miel dribbles right. She dribbles around everybody. Let's go from the baseline. She misses, and Allison grabs a rebound. They're going to push the tempo a little bit. Allison dribbles it up into her half of the court. She goes around the back, penetrates, dishes out to Ashley. Ashley dribbles one time, exchange with Allison. Long three-pointer. Oh! Just rims out. And a great rebound there by Emmy Hefty. That's a coach's kid right there.
Massive board.
Yep. That's the heady knowing where to be in basketball of a coach's kid. Important board for her. Emmy gets the ball to Miel. Miel takes the ball, gets fouled on the shot. She'll shoot 2 with a chance at the 104 mark to put this game back into double digits.
And this has to be the Panther strategy going forward. They're probably going to have to use the fact that they can put the Bearcats on the line, maybe force, but Miel's a very good free throw shooter, and so it might be a failing strategy.
Miel makes the first at 2 to make it 51-41 with 104 left to play. She sinks the second. ISM hurry back. And Bangkok are quickly into the forecourt. Allison faked to put it up. She dishes left, and Ashley's three-pointers off the rim. Allison rebounds off the board and good. 9-point game with 50 seconds left to play. No pressure from Bangkok, though. They sit back, and Miel is going to do what she's done the last few times, get it over half court and then just dribble inside of her own half. She head fakes, Euro step. Oh, my goodness. A bit of flair, a bit of flourish, a bit of showmanship, reminiscent of a young George Gervin.
And with that bucket, she may have put the game away.
She might just have, she boards it there after the shot from the right-hand side from Bangkok. 22 seconds. Shot clock is at 19. I mean, realistically, ISM doesn't need to shoot here. Miel's going to penetrate. She throws it at the rim a little bit wild there. And Bangkok takes over with 11 seconds left to go, down 11 points. Clock starts, and Allison walks the ball into their half of the court. She's dribbling top of the key. She takes a long 3 that hits off the front of the rim. That's rebounded by Liesel. The horn blows. And ISM even their record at 2-2 for the tournament, while Bangkok dropped to 2-2. So they are in a virtual tie in the tournament so far, as the teams line up to shake hands in front of us. What'd you think, Mr. Thibodeau?
Well, sometimes that tied record could come down to who beat who. So quite important situations of, despite a tied record, you know, a 3rd seed or a 4th seed might come as a result of who you beat versus who they beat. So an important game for sure. And I think, you know, really was a offensive, transitional offense showing from the Bearcats. They scored most of their points on transition. 10, 22, and I think it really features some of the strengths of ISM. So if you're a coach facing ISM, you got to consider, how do you shut down some of that transitional offense? And for me,